Playboy, the one magazine that brings it all together for you each month.
There's the pigskin preview, a Pete Rose interview, and a magnificent pictorial on women of the Ivy League.
Do you remember the excitement of discovering new treasures in the 1970s? From colorful toys to iconic memorabilia, the things we collected were more than just items. They were pieces of our history. In today's video, we'll explore 13 fascinating things we've collected in the 1970s that brought joy to our lives.
For years, nothing's been hotter than those cuddly little animals with cute little names.
Beanie Babies. Collectors were drawn to the variety of these stuffed animals, each with unique names and designs. The small plush toys became a sensation, with many people hoping they'd become valuable over time. Each Beanie Baby had its own personality, complete with a name and date of birth, which made them feel special and unique. This personal touch appealed to collectors who often tried to collect them all, and the limited production runs and retirements of certain designs added to their allure, making some Beanie Babies particularly sought after. People of all ages enjoyed collecting Beanie Babies. Children loved playing with them, while adults saw them as potential investments. Special edition Beanie Babies released for holidays or events were especially popular and often sold out quickly. The craze for Beanie Babies created a bustling market, with collectors trading and selling their prized finds. And today, while their value as collectibles has fluctuated, Beanie Babies remain a nostalgic reminder of a more simple time when a small stuffed animal could bring so much joy. Are you ready to see what else is on everyone's shelves in the 70s?
It's really a jungle. When you wish on a treasure troll.
Troll dolls. With their colorful hair and quirky expressions, troll dolls became a sensation amongst children and adults alike in the 1970s. These charming figures, also known as Dam dolls, after their creator Thomas Dam, were often seen as lucky charms. People believed that rubbing their hair would bring good luck. Troll dolls came in various sizes and themes, making them appealing to a wide audience. There were trolls dressed as doctors, firefighters, and even superheroes. Their wide, grinning faces and wild hair made them instantly recognizable and fun to collect. Many children enjoyed trading them with friends, trying to get the most unique or rare ones. The popularity of troll dolls was not only limited to children, though. Adults had also found them endearing and collected them as a hobby. Some even customized their dolls, creating unique outfits and hairstyles. Troll dolls became a part of popular culture, appearing in television shows and advertisements, which only increased their appeal. Collectors prized these dolls for their unique charm and sense of nostalgia they evoked. The joy of finding a new troll doll to add to the collection was a highlight for many. Whether displayed on a shelf or kept in a toy box, troll dolls were a beloved part of the 1970s collectible scene. You won't believe what we used to listen to music.
And here they are in Lionel's brand new trains and trucking sets for your kids.
Model trains. This was more than just toys. They were a serious hobby for many in the 1970s. Collecting different scales and brands like Lionel and HO scale trains, enthusiasts created intricate setups that brought the magic of railroads to life. These model trains were detailed and realistic, capturing the fascination with trains and railways. Hobbyists spent countless hours designing elaborate layouts, complete with tracks, stations, and scenery. And some created miniature towns and landscapes, making their model train sets look like tiny and bustling worlds. The attention to detail was remarkable, with enthusiasts carefully painting and assembling each piece. Model train clubs and exhibitions were popular, where collectors could showcase their setups, share tips, and admire each other's work. These events fostered a sense of community among model train enthusiasts, allowing them to bond over their shared passion. For many, the appeal of model trains lay in the combination of craftsmanship and nostalgia. The hobby offered a chance to relive the golden age of railroads, providing both a creative outlet and a connection to history. Model trains remain a beloved collectible, reminding those who grew up in the 70s of the joys and wonder of their youth. Stay with us to find out why Playboy Magazines were one of the most popular collectibles of the 70s.
If you're looking for adventure this summer, escape with Marvel Comics.
Comic books. The 1970s saw a boom in comic book popularity, with superheroes from Marvel and DC gracing the pages. Fans eagerly collected issues to follow their favorite characters and stories. Comic books were more than just entertainment. They were prized possessions that brought joy and excitement. Heroes like Spider-Man, Batman, and the X-Men all became household names. Each new issue was an adventure that was waiting to be discovered. Children and adults alike rushed to comic book stores to grab the latest release, hoping to find rare editions or first appearances of brand new characters. The vibrant artwork and thrilling plots made comic books irresistible. Many fans took great care in preserving their collections, keeping issues in mint condition by storing them in protective sleeves. This attention to detail paid off, as some comics became valuable collector's items over time. Comic book conventions began to spring up where enthusiasts could meet their favorite artists and writers, trade comics, and celebrate their shared passion. These events fostered a sense of community and excitement around comic book collecting. Those who grew up in the 70s still cherish their comic book collections, remembering the excitement of each new story. The impact of these superheroes was significant, making comic books a timeless collectible from this vibrant decade.
Hi, my name is Richard Simmons, and Reach is my very first album. So turn on this music and tighten up that body.
Vinyl records. It was at the heart of the music scene in the 1970s. Collecting these records became a beloved hobby, with enthusiasts cherishing the unique album art and unparalleled sound. Bands like Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, and Pink Floyd produced iconic albums that defined the decade. The large, colorful covers of vinyl records made them stand out, with each album's artwork being a piece of art, often reflecting the music's mood and themes. Fans love flipping through their collections, admiring the detailed designs, and connecting with the artist's creative visions. Vinyl records offered a listening experience that many still consider to be superior. The rich, warm sound of a vinyl record playing on a turntable was something special, and collectors took pride in their record players, carefully maintaining both the equipment and the records themselves to preserve the sound quality. Record stores became popular hangout spots where music lovers could discover new artists, chat about their favorite bands, and hunt for rare finds. Limited editions and colored vinyls were particularly prized, adding to the thrill of collecting. Vinyl records remain a symbol of musical passion and nostalgia. Those who grew up in the 70s often still have their collections, reminding them of a time when music was an immersive and tangible experience. From the world of music to the art of postage, we discover the next fascinating collectible from the 1970s.
S&H green stamps, an American way of thrift since 1896.
Stamps. Collecting stamps or philately was a popular pastime in the 1970s. Collectors, both young and old, were fascinated by the variety and history that was captured in these small pieces of paper. And stamps from different countries and eras told stories of far-off places and significant events. Enthusiasts searched for rare and unique stamps to add to their collections. Some collectors focused on specific themes like animals, famous people, or historical events, while others had aimed to gather stamps from as many countries as possible. The thrill of finding a rare stamp at a flea market or receiving a new issue in the mail was unmatched. Collectors often shared their finds with fellow enthusiasts, attending stamp shows and joining philatelic clubs. These gatherings provided opportunities to trade, buy, and sell stamps, as well as to learn more about the history and art of stamp design. The sense of community among stamp collectors was strong, with many forming lifelong friendships with their shared hobby. Stamp albums, carefully organized and labeled, became treasured possessions, and each page represented hours of searching, learning, and excitement. Even today, those who collected stamps back in the 70s look back on their collections with fondness, remembering the joy and knowledge that came with each new edition. Time to discuss the hot magazines that were desperately awaited.
Pi's quiet right now. But wait till the brothers see this month's Playboy.
Playboy Magazines. This was a hot commodity in the 1970s. These magazines were known for their provocative covers and famous centerfolds that captivated many collectors. But collecting Playboy wasn't just about content. The magazine had a significant cultural impact, featuring groundbreaking interviews with some of the most influential figures of the time, from celebrities to political leaders and more. People eagerly awaited each new issue, not only for the photos, but for the engaging articles and interviews. The magazine's blend of lifestyle, fashion, and culture made it a must-have for many. Collecting these magazines became a trend, and many kept them as valuable pieces of pop culture history. The iconic Playboy bunny logo became a symbol recognized worldwide, further cementing the magazine's place in 1970s culture. Collectors often sought out the most notable issues, featuring celebrities or special editions, and the pristine condition of a magazine could significantly increase its value, turning casual collectors into careful archivists. Whether stored in basements or displayed proudly on bookshelves, Playboy magazines were a significant part of 1970s collectibles. Ready to shift gears from the pages of magazines to the tracks of tiny railroads?
Lacey's presents the Panasonic Dynamite 8 8-track player.
8-track tapes. It was the go-to medium for music lovers in the 1970s. These tapes were revolutionary for their time, allowing people to enjoy their favorite albums with ease. Whether on long car rides or at home, 8-track tapes provided a convenient and reliable way to listen to music. One of the best things about 8-track tapes was their portability. Music enthusiasts could bring their favorite albums everywhere, and thanks to portable players that were easy to use. Car manufacturers even installed 8-track players in vehicles, making road trips more enjoyable with a personal soundtrack. Collecting 8-track tapes became a popular hobby. Fans amassed large collections featuring the best hits of the decade. From rock and roll to disco, these tapes captured the diverse music scene of the 1970s. Albums by artists like Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, and the Bee Gees were especially sought after. The distinctive design of the 8-track tape with its large plastic cartridge made it a nostalgic piece of memorabilia, and many collectors today still cherish their 8-track collections, reminiscing about the days when these tapes were at the height of their popularity. Despite being eventually replaced by cassettes and CDs, 8-track tapes hold a special place in the hearts of music lovers from the 1970s. Before we move on, make sure to stick around for our final item on the list, because it's one you definitely don't want to miss.
Of Kellogg's Corn Flakes, you get one of these free 3D baseball cards.
Baseball cards. It was a staple for sports fans in the 1970s. Collecting cards from companies like Topps meant having a piece of baseball history in your hands. Each card featured a player's photo, stats, and sometimes even a fun fact or two. Fans of all ages eagerly awaited and collected these trading cards, hoping to complete their sets or find their favorite players. Opening a new pack of cards was always a thrill, with the possibility of discovering a rare and valuable card. And the smell of a stick of gum that was included in each and every pack was a nostalgic memory for many. Preserving these cards became an important task for collectors. They used plastic sleeves and special albums to keep their cards in mint condition, knowing that a well-preserved card could be worth a lot in the future. Baseball cards helped fans to feel connected to the game and their favorite athletes, creating a sense of closeness to the sport that they loved. The excitement of collecting and trading baseball cards brought people together, fostering friendships and rivalries alike. Whether kept in shoeboxes or carefully displayed, these cards remain cherished collectibles, reminding us all of the joy of America's favorite pastime. Up next, we look at a collection that captured the spirit of America's uniqueness.
Sir, care to comment on these wacky packages?
I'm outraged! Kids making fun of my products?
Wacky Packages. It was a humorous trading card that copied consumer products. These strange collectibles became a hit in the 1970s, capturing the imaginations of children everywhere. Each card featured a satirical take on a familiar brand, turning everyday items into hilarious and often gross versions of themselves. For example, instead of Coca-Cola, you may find Cracked Cola, with a cartoonish illustration to match. Children love the clever wordplay and the detail, often with outrageous artwork, and collecting these cards was all about finding the funniest and most creative parodies. Wacky Packages are not only entertaining but also affordable, making them accessible to many. Packs were sold for just a few cents, which included a stick of gum and added to the fun. Trading Wacky Packages with friends became a popular pastime, with children eager to complete their collections or find the most rare cards. The humor and creativity of them made them more than just a fad. They became a part of 70s pop culture, remembered fondly by those who had grown up during that era. Even today, collectors still seek out these vintage cards, cherishing the laughter and nostalgia they bring. Stick around to see the last few nostalgic treasures that we collected in the 1970s.
Here's a World War I ace ready to fly off once more in search of the Red Baron.
Peanuts merchandise. The The Peanuts comic strip and TV specials brought characters like Charlie Brown and Snoopy into our hearts. Collecting Peanuts merchandise allowed fans to keep a piece of this beloved series close by. From toys to lunchboxes, these items became cherished collectibles. Peanuts merchandise was everywhere. Children carried Peanuts-themed lunchboxes to school, played with Snoopy stuffed animals, and wore t-shirts that depicted their favorite characters. The popularity of the strip and the TV specials had made these items highly desirable, with each piece of merchandise capturing the charm and humor of the Peanuts gang, making them beloved by fans of all ages. Collectors had sought out various items, which included figurines, posters, and even holiday decorations. The simplicity and warmth of the Peanuts characters made the collectibles feel as though they were part of the family. People enjoyed putting their collections on display while sharing their love for Charlie Brown, Linus, Lucy, and the rest of the gang with their friends and family. The timeless appeal of Peanuts merchandise continues to bring joy. Many who collected these items in the 70s still treasure them today, passing down their collections to younger generations. The enduring popularity of the Peanuts characters ensures that these collectibles remain a beloved part of our culture.
Worse, they're degrading. To fix this problem, we started Legacy Box. Legacy Box.
Legacy Box. It was a personal time capsule in the 1970s. Collectors filled them with family photos, heirlooms, and personal keepsakes, creating a treasure trove of memories. These boxes were often passed down through the generations, preserving the stories and artifacts of family history. Each Legacy Box was unique, reflecting the individual's life and experiences, and some contained old letters and postcards, while others held childhood toys, school mementos, and family recipes. These items, though they were simple, carried deep emotional value, connecting generations through shared history. Creating a Legacy Box was a way to celebrate and remember the past. Families would gather to share stories as they added new items, making the process a cherished tradition. These boxes were not only collections of objects, but repositories of love, memories, and heritage. Legacy boxes allowed people to preserve their personal history in a tangible way, and as time went on, opening a Legacy Box became a journey back in time, offering a glimpse into the lives of ancestors and the cherished moments that defined them. Today, these boxes remain valuable family heirlooms, keeping the past alive for future generations. Now let's see the last and most beloved collectible that captured our imaginations.
Star Wars. You and your children loved it.
Star Wars Memorabilia. With the release of Star Wars in 1977, an entire new realm of collectibles would emerge. Fans became captivated by the epic space saga and eagerly sought out anything that was related to the movie. Action figures of characters like Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Darth Vader quickly became must-have items. Posters featuring scenes from the film adorned the walls of many bedrooms, and trading cards allowed fans to collect and trade their favorite moments from the film. The excitement didn't stop at action figures and posters, though. Fans also collected lunchboxes, comic books, and even bed sheets that featured their favorite Star Wars characters. The success of Star Wars merchandise was unprecedented, making it one of the most significant cultural phenomena of the decade. Collectors took pride in finding rare items, like limited edition figures or original movie props, and some even kept their collectibles in mint condition, preserving them as valuable treasures. The impact of Star Wars memorabilia continues to be felt today, with vintage items still highly sought after by fans and collectors. The joy of owning a piece of the galaxy far, far away remains a cherished memory for those who grew up during the 1970s. And there you have it, 13 precious collectibles from the 1970s, each item telling a story of a unique era full of creativity and nostalgia. What were your favorite items to collect back then? Be sure to share your memories and thoughts down below in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgic trips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.